Hey, what's up? I'm Nantas Sodano, owner and baker here at CM2 Pizzeria and Bake Shop in Scottsdale, Arizona. Today I'm gonna walk you through how to make a strawberry shortcake, which is a really easy dessert to make. Let's say you f***ed up with your girlfriend and you wanna impress her. This is the way to do it. Or you met a nice new girl and you wanna show her your cooking skills. This is the thing to do. It's very easy. In less than 30 minutes, you could put this dessert together and have a lot of fun afterwards. If you have any whipped cream left over, you can use that for other purposes as well. For this recipe, we're gonna need 4 hard-boiled eggs. We're gonna let those eggs chill and take the yolks out of them and put them apart. Then we're gonna need 6 tablespoons of cornmeal, 2 1/3 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 6 tablespoons of sugar. I do half and half just for fun. So half brown sugar and half regular sugar. Then 12 tablespoons of butter and 1 1/3 cups of heavy whipping cream from a fat ass cow, because that's how we like them. What we want to do is pulse the egg yolks in a food processor, adding all the dry ingredients. So we're going to do the flour, the cornmeal, the sugar, and baking soda and salt. Let those spin around in there a couple times, pulse it a couple times so they blend really well. And then you want to make sure your butter is chilled, because you're actually going to create a dough. You don't want it to be too warm or else it'll just fall apart. So make sure your butter is nice and cold. You can even throw it in the freezer for a couple minutes before you throw it in there. We're going to pulse it and you'll start to notice that everything starts to come together. As everything starts to come together and there's no traces of butter anymore, I want you to start adding in the cream a little bit at a time while keeping the food processor running. As the food processor is running, you'll actually start to see the whole thing amalgamate. It'll come together. After it comes together, then you're gonna fold it over a baking sheet or a dry surface, and then just fold it a couple times without smashing it. Just make sure there's no dry spots in the dough, and that's it. Then we're gonna take an ice cream scoop, about 1/4 of a cup if you don't have an ice cream scoop at home, and then you're gonna fill each one of those and put them about 2 to 3 inches away from each other on the baking sheet. You're gonna wanna preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Before you add them to the oven, I want you to brush them lightly with a little bit of whipped cream, top them off with a little bit of brown sugar, and then bake them for 20 to 25 minutes. Just keep an eye on them because every oven's different. Pull them out of the oven once they're done, once they're nice and brown and firm to the touch. Once they're cool enough to touch, you can put them in the refrigerator, or you can slice them and prepare them as I'm gonna show you as well. We're gonna take some strawberries. We're gonna slice the strawberries. Make sure you slice them in about 1/4 to a 1/2 inch. You can even slice them in half if you want to. We're gonna add those to a baking pan. Once we put those in a pan, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Put that over high heat until it starts to boil, and you'll notice the water around the strawberries will go from a light pink to a deeper pink to a light red type of color. Bring them to cool off. Add the pectin while they're still warm, about 2 teaspoons of pectin. Whisk them together, and then put that in the refrigerator and forget about it until an hour or 2 go by. We're gonna take 2 teaspoons of maple syrup, 1 cup of heavy cream, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We're gonna mix that together to make whipping cream. If you don't want to do that step, just go ahead and buy store-bought whipped cream. But really, when you're doing these types of things, if you can make everything in-house, you're doing yourself a favor because you're showing people what you can do. If you just put store-bought cream next to it, you're kind of pissing on your own feet there, buddy. So, don't skimp out on ingredients. Make sure you get the good stuff. So much for watching our video, and I look forward to giving you a lot more fun content like this. And if you have any suggestions or have any desserts that you'd like to see made, go ahead and send us a message or leave a comment for us. Subscribe to our YouTube page and continue to follow our videos on this page. Look forward to seeing you soon.